Hi, my name's Jacob Nicholson, the founder of FireModule. If your department is still using Brycer's compliance engine, IROL, or LIV, then your community is paying for something that they could be getting for free. FireModule offers all of the same core functionality as these older systems do, but we're free for everyone: departments, building owners, and inspectors. So let's say you decide to switch to FireModule. What does that look like? Well, first off, the tech implementation is 5 minutes. Seriously, no drawn out tech implementation. And what about those savings? What do you do with those? Well, there are two options. Option one, give back to your community. Right now, your ITM provider is probably charging inspectors somewhere between $18 and $20 per report, and inspectors usually turn around and pass those costs on to building owners. Transition to FireModule, and those costs can go to zero for everyone in your community. So your community saves money, and you might get some thank yous. Or option two, fund your department. At your request, FireModule can continue charging inspectors what they're currently paying to submit reports, but instead of that money going to your software vendor, it can go directly to your department. That could mean thousands of dollars every year in new funding without any additional burden on your community. Your community isn't any worse off, but you now have more money to serve them. I'm not you, but if I were in your shoes and the options were give money to a software company, keep it in your community, or route it to your department, I certainly wouldn't choose giving it to a software company. So now that you know what FireModule can do for your community, let's take a look at the actual product. FireModule is a web-based software that can be accessed on any device that has internet. We wanted to create as simple of an experience for personnel as possible, which means that everything can be done from a simple dashboard that consists of 3 simple tabs. The first tab is the Pending Reports tab. This is where you can view all of the recent reports that contractors have submitted. For each report, it gives you information about the building, the system inspected, who and when someone performed the inspection, and the actual inspection documentation. Based on that information, you can either approve the report or mark it deficient, including any deficiencies associated with the system. As an aside, we send out automatic notifications whenever a system is marked deficient or when a system is coming up for inspection or has gone past due. When a report is approved or marked deficient, it changes the associated premise in the Premise tab. The Premise tab is an overview of all of the commercial buildings in your jurisdiction. It gives you information about the building, the kind of systems we're tracking at that building, any reports that have been submitted for that building in the past, and whether the building is currently compliant or non-compliant. If all of the systems at that premise are compliant, then the overall building is compliant, but if a single system is non-compliant, either because it went past due or a system failed an inspection, then the overall premise becomes non-compliant. Finally, there's the Service Providers tab, which gives you a rundown of all of the contractors and companies who have submitted reports to your department. It provides their name, the kind of systems they inspect, as well as basic contact information like their phone and email. You can also view any past reports that they've submitted to your jurisdiction. Our goal with FireModule was to create simple and free software that boosts code compliance and saves fire personnel time. If you give it a shot, I'm sure you'll agree that we've accomplished that goal.